On Monday Night Football, the Eagles travel to Dallas. Let's look at some storylines. Dak is looking to win his second straight game and bounce back from an underwhelming Week 2 performance in Los Angeles, despite the victory. There's Dak doing it. After putting up 3 touchdowns in a blowout win of the Falcons Week 1, Jalen Hurts came back down to earth in the Eagles' Week 2 loss to the Niners. Hurts completed just 52% of his passes while throwing for less than 200 yards. Obviously, he's going to want to bounce back. And while it's early in the season, this matchup has implications in the NFC East divisional race. The winner will be in sole possession of first place and the only team in the division with a winning record. We welcome back in Marcus Spears now, an NFL analyst extraordinaire, of course. Marcus, every year I hear about how great the Cowboys are supposed to be. It wouldn't be too good to lose to a divisional rival at home who was picked to finish 4th, right? Wouldn't that be rather pathetic, Marcus?
Yeah, it would be pathetic. But it also is a new season, and we still figuring things out, Max Kellerman. And you're not about to get me on your new show talking about the Cowboys being pathetic. We just saw teams lose. Is it pathetic that the Kansas City Chiefs lost? Is it pathetic that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got beat to sleep and it should have been worse? Is it pathetic that the Buffalo Bills lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers? No. So it won't be pathetic if the Cowboys lose. The expectation is for them to win, Max Kellerman. Don't start that dribble, man. I'm going to be here with you every Monday. Do not start with that opening line about the Cowboys.
You see what you just did? You took all the context away. It's not pathetic if Kansas City loses. They go to the Super Bowl every year. It's not pathetic if the Bucs lose. They just won the Super Bowl. The Cowboys were under 500 last year. Dak wasn't hurt.
Are we talking about last year?
2 years ago, they were 8-8 with a healthy Dak.
Are we talking about last year? Max,
are the Cowboys the best team in the NFC East?
Yes. I told you that before the damn season started, Max Kellerman,
sure?
that they were the best team in the NFC East. I'm positive because the point I made was that they have the best quarterback in the league, in their division. And now you start to see it come to fruition that at least Dan Quinn gives this defense a chance. Okay, not saying they world beat us by any stretch of the imagination, but they do have 6 turnovers in the first 2 weeks of the season. Somebody has to be in the right position to make plays, unlike they were with Mike Nolan. And that other thing that is very important in football, they're healthy. Health is a thing. Yeah. So, they're the best team in the NFCs.
Chris Mortensen pointed out to take everything I say about the Cowboys with a grain of salt, as I am a Giants fan. I make no secret about it. However, only one of us played for the Cowboys, Marcus. Only one of the two of us played for the Cowboys, and I'll let the audience figure out who that was.
Hey, listen, I know people that follow their teams that are more passionate than I am about the Dallas Cowboys, that never put on shoulder pads.
Stay right there, Marcus. I'm going to be back with you in a moment. And in one of the most... Monday Night Football tonight with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles taking on Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. We're all over at 8 Eastern on ESPN Deportes, and the ESPN app. ESPN2 will have Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli Manning. Our coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 Eastern.
Everybody's, I'm not going to say down, but everybody's not happy with how we played.
Edwards in there. Fumbles the ball! Mahomes fires it late and the pass behind. It'll be intercepted.
Another example of Patrick Mahomes trying to push the envelope just a bit.
Looks real dim right now. If you can find a way to get better from this and find a way to win these games at the end of the games, we'll be where we want to at the end of the season.
In one of the most stunning developments of the early NFL season, after 3 games, the Kansas City Chiefs find themselves alone in last place in the AFC West. This was the first time KC had lost back-to-back games since week 5 and 6 in 2019. Let's bring in Marcus Spears, Swagoo back. Marcus, we're used to seeing Patrick Mahomes making amazing plays to win games, right? But yesterday, Mahomes and the offense had some mistakes, some ill-advised plays. How concerned are you about KC?
I'm concerned, Max, because it seems like a little arrogance and nonchalantness to what they're doing offensively. I think they've got a little high on the hog, man, when you start thinking about how they play offense. And it's hard to criticize Patrick Mahomes and this offense because they've been so tremendous. But when you look at it, it's been some real ill-advised situations. Now, people will talk about the no-look pass that was missed and intercepted by Asante Samuel Jr., and you're used to Patrick Mahomes making that play, but it was behind the receiver. We would tell that to any other quarterback in the NFL. Yes, he has to catch it, but it was not a good throw. Then the one to Kelsey, it just felt like, to me, it was like the Chiefs have this mindset that, okay, things are going bad. We've turned the football over. We'll get back in it. And the Chargers are like, yo, we got a dude on the outside that can make plays too. We have a defense that can make opportunistic plays. We got an offense with probably as much skill position as you guys have. So this is no longer being in awe of the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes for the teams in their division. They're trying to win. And look, the Las Vegas Raiders last year beat the Kansas City Chiefs in a shootout, which nobody thought would ever happen. So it's not as wide as the Kansas City Chiefs may believe, and they need to pay a little bit more attention to detail in how they go about playing football.
Mahomes got away with some stuff in the last couple of years because he had this aura of invincibility, I think. Lamar Jackson was the best player on the field. We never saw that happen before. And the Ravens beat the Chiefs. And then, on the flip side here, Justin Herbert, another supremely talented young quarterback, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, followed up Lamar. What stands out to you about Herbert's performance, though, Swagoo?
Max, listen, man, the first thing you have to have at that position is confidence. And his confidence is crazy. And his ability to connect with his receivers, i.e. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, man, when you look at his rapport with those guys and how much they are on the same page, and we're talking about 2 receivers that win a lot. And Mike Williams is the 50-50 ball guy that wins. Justin Herbert has supreme confidence in the dudes that he's throwing the rock to. And then you look at Austin Eckler out of the backfield as well. Justin Herbert has as many weapons at his disposal as Patrick Mahomes does. And this game is not wide, like I said before.
And almost as much talent, I think, as Mahomes. Herbert and the Chargers host the 3-0 Raiders on Monday Night Football a week from tonight. Please stay right there, Marcus. Justin Fields' first NFL start did not go well in Cleveland as Fields was sacked 9 times in a 26-6 loss. Fields was pressured on 60% of his dropbacks, the highest pressure rate faced by a quarterback in his first career start since ESPN began tracking pressures in 2009. Here's head coach Matt Nagy taking the blame.
I obviously, as a head coach, did not do a good enough job of getting this offense ready. It starts with me, it ends with me, and it's as simple as that. This is not how we wanted it to go. You almost can't even make it up. It's that bad. But we got to get to the film, and we got to make sure that we're hard on ourselves and we understand the whys, and really just go from there.
It's time for What the Hell, Men. You know, this morning on Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Max, a fantastic morning radio show, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN. It's on ESPN2, ESPN News. It's on the radio. Rex Ryan came on and was talking about the fact that this bad offensive line with 5 guys can't do it by themselves, hardly had any help. They weren't bringing running backs to chip, tight ends, nothing. Just 5 guys who aren't very good. They're one of the worst lines in the league. They put a rookie quarterback back there, and he's mobile. Do they move the pocket? Do they move him out of the pocket? No, this is like elementary stuff. No, he's dropping back all the time. It's so bad, Marcus, that if I were prone to conspiracy theories, I would think, since any kid knows this, that the coach was setting him up for failure intentionally. That's what a conspiracy theorist would think, because how else would he not understand you can't just drop the guy back behind 5 guys the whole game? The Bears gained just 47 total yards on 42 plays. I like to measure it in inches. It just sounds better. 1,692 inches of total offense. I mean, that's the only way to make it sound okay. What's your take on that level of futility from Matt Nagy, Justin Fields, and that Bears offense against the Browns?
It's coaching malpractice, Max. It is coaching malpractice. And if you told me that would be the plan after drafting Justin Fields, I would have said Justin Fields needs to go later in the draft. I'm not excited about him being in Chicago. Listen, Justin Fields is a rookie. and this is what everybody has to understand. Yes, I wanted Justin Fields day one because I thought Justin Fields would be in a situation where he could accentuate what he does at a high level. What I saw Matt Nagy do in this game, and then listening to things after the game about how the Cleveland Browns thought they would play offense, it's coaching malpractice, Max. And listen, everybody has their opinion and their connotation and context about what Matt Nagy did. The worst thing Matt Nagy did was put his entire team in a bad situation. We gonna focus on Justin Fields, and rightfully so, because that's exciting, and that's the guy that we've talked about as far as being a starter. When you got 5 offensive linemen and you know Jason Peters has been in the NFL for almost 20 years and you leave him one-on-one with Myles Garrett for the majority of the game, that's coaching malpractice. When you have 5-man protections for a rookie that you know the MO of him is to take his time in the pocket and they are not going to see things clearly because they're rookies, and you still over and over again want to run your type of offense, and therein lies the problem, Max Kellerman. You got some coaches that think their scheme is the reason teams win, and the good coaches, they accentuate and highlight the ability of the players. Matt Nagy lost his mind yesterday as a head coach in the NFL, and it's probably going to cost him his job.
Just dropping back a rookie quarterback who's mobile. Right? Like dropping him back on basically every play with just 5 it's nuts. Bears starting quarterback. Yep.
Max, here's my problem. This is why I'm so mad. You have examples, damn it. Yep. You got examples in the NFL where I know I digest a lot of tape during the week to get prepared for shows and to be able to talk football. Matt Nagy has all the tape in the NFL at his disposal. He has all the tape of Justin Fields at Ohio State. He has Jalen Hurts against the Atlanta Falcons.
Swagoo, I got to cut you off because we're up against it. You don't need all that. Common sense. But, you can't make sense out of nonsense. All right, coming up, I was going to tell you about Andy Dalton. He may miss an additional week or two. Coming up, why our Vegas expert